Hi, this is Joe Satriani. I'm here in what I say Groningen, but it's pronounced Groningen or something.
Groningen.
Groningen. Look at that. I've got to learn how to do that. Been here many times. Great to be back. I'm here with Uli John Roth and John Petrucci on the G3 tour, having a blast. And I'm being interviewed by the one and only Guitar and Bass magazine. And I've got the chrome guitar to show you guys. So I know it's driving the lens crazy with all the reflection and all that, but that's it. This one's been beat up. This is the original prototype, so it's got all the scratches on it.
Okay. Joe, tell me something about designing the guitar and about the character of the guitar.
Well, the design is based off of our most recent 24-fret version of the JS line. Started with the JS 2400. Numbers moved up from there when we went orange, muscle car orange, and muscle car purple. We did black. Red is the newest color. I've got the chrome and the red ones out on tour as well. There are a couple of main features to the guitar that you should know about. They're wooden guitars, and they use alder wood, which is gives a tighter low end, a more forceful and fuller mid-range, I think. Especially complements, I think, the shape and contour. You know, that has a lot to do with how a guitar reacts tonally, is the shape of it, where the mass is. And so alder, I think, is really the better wood for these guitars. We have a new pickup here called the Saturate. And it's a funny thing, you know, naming pickups. You'd be surprised. You come up with these great names. It turns out there's 12 other products that have the same name. So we got a little confused here right at the last minute. But basically, it's an Alnico 8 pickup, which is an unusual combination, the Alnico 8, of the components that make up a pickup for a guitar. But Steve Blucher at DiMarzio really solved that issue and created a pickup that I requested that would just be bigger and all-inclusive. Instead of being peaky here and aggressive there and soft there and all that kind of stuff, I said I want something that is finally like the biggest, widest sound without favoring one thing or another. It turned out that was a great idea for this guitar because the guitar itself, any guitar, is going to peak somewhere because of the shape, whether it's through the body neck or bolt-on neck like the JS guitars, and just the amount of mass, and then whether or not there's chrome on the outside or paint. Things happen, and I just wanted the pickup to really bring all of that into play rather than just looking for specific frequencies to focus on like we did with previous pickups. Like the very first one, Fred, was very obviously peaked in the upper mid-range. So, but this is a much bigger sounding pickup, much more pleasant. When you go from a 59 Fender Champ amp all the way to a modern Marshall JVM JS head, you get the whole thing. It's really nice. And all of these new guitars, the new Muscle Car series, Muscle Car Red, and the Chrome Boy here, have got the Sustainiac pickup in the neck position, and you stimulate that by pulling up on the tone pot. And you've got 3 positions here: the fundamental position, the octave higher and 2 octaves higher. I use this all during the show. It's really, not only is a great, unusual sound generator, but it's really effective at different volumes when you need sustain, but you can't play that little dance with the monitors, for fear that you might get the kind of feedback you don't want. This can really help continually give you sustain without you having to force a lot of gain into your sound system. It's really a unique system. Took me a while to figure out how to do it. You know, I was influenced by first Robert Fripp, using the earlier versions of this kind of a system, starting with EBOs and moving on to sustainers. Then, of course, my friends Neil Sean and Steve I also using similar and different products, and they all did different things with them. So took me a while to figure out how I was going to put my signature on it before I wanted to start using it. But so finally it's in here, and this guitar winds up giving me such a wide range of tones from completely vintage to really crazy modern. So I think the JS line has reached this new high point now. And we haven't even talked about this part here. Taller and broader frets on the fretboard, which I think is really great. I think that the compound radius and the rolling home of the neck has reached a new height, a new level of craftsmanship. Of course, we have the Babinga-Stryford stability, and again to tighten up some of the low end there, which I think is really great. Of course, the bar here, very lightweight. It's basically a hollow graphite, and that allows you to be more aggressive with hitting the strings without worrying about the vibration going back into the springs under the guitar and then coming back into a heavy piece of metal, which is what I always thought was kind of weird with the original design. So it took a long time to figure that one out, but we did. Of course, you've got your 3-position switch. You can pull up the volume knob for a high-pass filter, which is really great. Again, for cleaning up your sound when you've got a lot of gain, especially if it's a naturally gained amplifier. And it also gives you those beautiful throaty tones if you're looking for that sort of beautiful strap sound, neck position sound, or even a beautiful faded Les Paul in the neck position. It really helps to have that. It's another little tool you have in your arsenal, and it's right here. It's all within reach. You don't have to step on anything to get that to happen. So
All right.
that's it. I think it's called a CR2.
Has it a nickname?
Well, we always called it Chrome Boy. The original Chrome guitar was called Chrome Boy.
Right.
But on tour, we have to call them 1 and 2.
Okay.
This is 1 because, like I said, it's the prototype, and it was already, messed up and marked up, and had different pieces of tape all over of notes we made about what we might want to try to get better. And then I have a number 2. The number 2, though, with the new neck wasn't ready, so it's got an older neck on it, but they pretty much sound the same.
All right. Joe, thank you very much.